Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me just get ready as usual. Hello, Loms. Nice to see you. Oh yeah, I'm also making coffee, which I forgot about. Um, Let me just. Okay. Let me just get the coffee and I'm back. All right. The coffee is here. Hello. Hello, Moshe. Nice to see you. Zig. Yeah. Um, 7 day roguelike. 7 day RL. Yeah, that's how you write it. All right. Hmm. What is say 7 day roguelike? It's a game jam that I'm participating in. The 7 day roguelike game jam. So make a roguelike in 7 days. Except that I started like 4 days in. So yeah, let me just get to that. I'm just trying to. What is my Twitch TV /Nothgame? All right. Okay, I'm here. So this is not going to be a very long stream. Oh, by the way, let me close the doors from the balcony because you can hear the street. Yeah. So I hope for the beginning, I hope everyone is doing fine. I am okay as well. Been working a bit on other stuff this morning, and now I have just like 1.5 hours maybe left to work on this. So this is not going to be a very long stream, as I said. So what is this about? Well, 7-day roguelike. Yes. Okay, let me start. So, hello everyone. This is the second stream. I did the first stream. Oh, I actually have the game running already, which is funny. But yeah, so here is my goal, to make a roguelike in Zig programming language. In case you haven't heard about it, Google. Yeah, so yeah, making a roguelike game, which is like basically using only the console, with some character moving around, maybe having some enemies and stuff. And of course, my goal is to finish the game in 3 days. Well, it's already been 1 day has passed, right? Which actually took me a long time to set up and get the input and everything. But we got that sorted, sort of. Yeah, so what I did yesterday, let me actually add here something like end of day 1, something like that. Yeah, so that you can see that this is the end of day 1. So yeah, this is what I did on yesterday. I got the latest Zig version, updated ZLS, which is the language server to help me code, provides autocomplete and stuff like that. Create a new Zig project. Yes, I did that, of course. And then I drew some characters on the output. And then this took me a while to figure out how to read immediate input. By immediate, I mean while you're pressing the characters. But I got that, and I'm going to talk about it a bit later. Make a little 2D world. Well, right now it's just a 2D array sort of well, it's a single element array, of course, but it's in 2D. I made the player character, which is the @ symbol, and I got some basic player movements, which is, well, turn-based, but there are no turns right now. You're just moving as you type in. And that was it. That's where I ended. And then I added a few more things to do for the following days. Well, maybe I don't know if I'm gonna make all of these today, but since I have only like 1.5 hours, probably not. But we'll see. We'll see how far we get. Okay, so what do I have so far? Let me bring up the terminal, and here is the game actually. Whoops. Wrong. This is the game, and as you type in, the screen refreshes. I mean the console output refreshes, and it moves the character, as you can see here. And you can see that there are some glitches going on. We're going to try to solve that today. So yeah, as you press ASDW, you know, the classic WASD keys, you're moving your character around. And yeah, that's basically it. But if you try to go right or left, you're just gonna move to the next row, which is a bit funny, which is not what should happen. But if you go above or below, this happens, right? Boom, the game crashes. Of course, it crashes because I get out of bounds. I'm trying to set the element of array, which is completely outside. So I get this error message, and there it is. Panic, attempt to cast negative value to unsigned integer. Okay, that is the negative value, of course, to unsigned integer. But if I rerun it, and if I try to go below, of course, that's going to be indexed out of bounds. So if you go above, it's negative index, but if you go outside, it's out of bounds. Oh, I forgot to put the Twitch stream, the chat. So I have the chat here. Okay, nobody has written anything. So you get everything that I said. Okay, so today, what I want to do, first off, I did write here. So yeah, what was the main problem yesterday? What was the main problem? The main problem was actually trying to get the character to type in. So as you press a key, I wanted to immediately refresh the screen. And it seems like there's no such thing to do in Zig standard library. So what I had to do is I had to import conio.h from the standard C library, which has this getch function. So the getch gets you a character immediately. So that is my input, and then I switch on this input and rewrite. Okay, but you know, one kind of crazy thing that I do. Okay, yeah, and by the way, it took me like an hour yesterday to do this because I didn't know what was the exact method. Should I use Conio or should I do something else or find another library? So I was trying out some things. Okay, but in the meantime, I actually found some roguelike library. But here's the thing. I think I'm not going to use it. I am actually going to code everything from scratch. So I don't want to, yeah, I actually don't want to use the like terminal commands for erasing stuff on the screen and moving the cursor. I'm just going to repaint everything, okay? It's not a great method, but it gets me going, okay? I don't have a lot of time, so that's why. So that's why I'm going to choose to just paint into my buffer and then refresh the buffer every time. Coffee. Okay, so that I'm actually going to cancel. And I might come back some other day to check if there is a better way to do this. But yeah, let's go on to the next things. So I want to do, yeah, basically what I want to do today is to turn things into structs, organize, create a player, struct, add some tiles, some rooms and walls, and colliding with walls. That is definitely what I want to do today. And then for this 2D scrolling world, maybe that's gonna be left for tomorrow. And yeah, I might, yeah, well, it depends how fast I'm going. And yeah, one more thing that I'm doing right now is that I'm not clearing the console. I'm actually just adding new lines. But yeah, let me actually show you what I'm doing. If I rerun the game, if you know, whenever I type in a character, what I actually do is I add these empty lines above, and the old screen is actually here. So you can see the entire history of the game by scrolling up, which is ridiculous, you know. But I basically did this so that I push the entire, you know, I push the old world away with these empty lines and then do this. But in the meantime, I found out there is a way to do, to actually clear the console. And there are special characters, which somebody in the chat yesterday told me about, with which you can clear and set the cursor to 0. Basically what it means is that, you know, bring the cursor back to 0. And I'm not sure if this one works, but this one does. So I found somebody who wrote here that you can print this out, and that clears the entire screen and moves the cursor to top left. So that's another thing that I'm going to do. But first, let's clean the unnecessary lines, because I have a lot of mess here. And one thing is that I'm not using standard in at all because I'm using getch. So I'm going to just kill it completely. And I don't need this run tests to run the tests. I don't need any of that. And I don't need the intro either. So I'm just gonna kill that. And Yeah, this is where we set up std out, okay, buffered writer, and then we have the screen stuff. Okay, width, height, screen. This is the screen buffer. This is the array that holds all the characters. And I actually have the same line over here, which is like, wait a minute, I'm actually setting the same one again. And somebody actually suggested that I should use memset instead, which I'm going to use as well. But let me actually clean all the unnecessary lines, and let's actually remove the write byte n times. This is for clearing the screen in a stupid way, a hacky way of clearing the screen with just new lines. And I'm going to also remove this test because the tests are, I'm not using tests right now. So I'm just going to clear that, and here we go. Oh, it does actually add an empty line at the end by default, by the formatter. Nice, interesting. Okay, so let's go on now that I have cleaned all the unnecessary lines. Okay, well, done the first time, the first thing, done. Okay, let's try memsetting instead of setting a new array. So screen, it's a variable. Let's try memset. What does it say? Destination element. This function sets all the elements of a memory region to element. Aha, destination is probably the slice, right? Destination must be a mutable slice or a mutable pointer to an array. Yeah. Okay, so if I just pass in a screen and I put in this, that should actually just work, right? Is that it? Oh my god, Zig is so... Oh, well, no, it's not that. Because it's a slice, I think you just need an ampersand in front. Yes, there it is. Must be a slice. Okay, and you press Q to exit the game, by the way. So let's see if this works. Let's see. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is that compiling takes some time. Okay, there it is. Yes, it did work. It did clear. But we still have these old screen times. Yes, and of course, screen times. Old screens showing above. So let's destroy them. And we got out of bounds as well, which we're going to solve later. So now that we memset that, yeah, let's try printing out this thing. Actually, let me try this first and then see if that works or I need to do the other thing. So after, when I do this, right, screencast, print out, this is where I'm printing. Okay, so before printing anything, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do stood out, print, and do that. Wait a minute. It has created this args thing. Okay. Aha. It does have a problem. What is invalid escape character? Yeah, this makes me think that it doesn't work. I don't know if this is some other form of escape characters, or should it be X? Maybe this is this how you type it in C, and this is how you do it in Zig or something? X1B instead of /E. Yeah, let's actually just do this because I think this is a wrong one. Yeah. Okay. So if I type in this, yeah, there it is. This one actually works. Oh, and print is actually not good because I need to provide an empty tuple. And, oh, of course, and I need to say try. And another thing is, should I actually provide, no, that should be it, right? Let's see. There it is. It has cleaned. Oh, it's not cleaning. Is it cleaning? Oh yeah, it is cleaning. Okay, but it does actually provide. Oh, this is the old thing. Interesting. That is incredibly interesting. That it keeps the old stuff, I guess this is the particularity with the VS Code terminal, that it keeps everything before, but then it clears my local space, sort of. So there it is, and it actually is far more consistent, although it does have some frames where it does jump. Oh my god, yeah, this is a lot smoother. This is a lot nicer. Okay, let's leave. There you go. We have left the game. Okay, cool. So we got cleaning the screen done. Oh, instead of new array, yes, memset and cleaning the screen. That's perfect. Okay, so let's go into creating a struct. But first off, I'm gonna fork. I'm gonna commit this. Yeah, let's just go and say that. What have I done? Clearing the screen. Oh, let's say cleanup, clearing the screen, MemSetting. Okay, that's about it, right? Okay, and now let's turn this player into a struct. So instead of having these two variables, player X and player Y, it would be nice to actually have a struct. So in Zig, the way you define a struct, it's not by saying struct like in C or C++, right? You would say like player and then open the bracket. In Zig, you actually say const. You name. You kind of this is a struct. A struct is this. But if you want to name the struct, you need to give it a name like this. So you say player equals struct. And of course, you need to put a semicolon at the end. So this is how you define a struct in Zig. By default, all the elements are public, and actually there are no private variables, I think, in private members in Zig. So instead of having the player.x, we're going to have here x i32, y i32. But actually, we're going to reuse the x and y for the tile. So what I'm thinking about is let's actually have a separate struct that's going to be my coordinate, or should I call it vec2 or something, or should I do chords? Let's call it chords. Whoops. Yeah, I do actually have a snippet for a struct like this. So the coordinate is going to be this. It's going to be x and y. And then the player is going to keep the coordinate like this. But let's call it pos. Okay. Oh, and one more thing is that if you don't put a comma at the end, if you put a comma at the end, it's actually going to format like this vertically. If not, it puts them like this. But yeah, let's actually make everything vertically aligned just for consistency. Okay, another thing that I'm going to have, let's actually replace the player with the player position. So instead of having these x and y, I'm going to have a player. You do actually name it first. It's going to be player equals player, and then you open the bracket. And now I have to define all the things inside it. So position is going to be dot x is 3 and dot y is 3. So there we go. We have defined the player, and now we need to, instead of using player y, I'm going to say player position y and player position x. Okay, and then when we're advancing it, this is going to be player position x, and this is going to be player position x, player position y, and player position y. There we go. Okay, so everything should basically be the same, except that we have turned the player into a struct. Much easier to manage. One more thing, I thought about turning a screen into, yeah, coordinate. Let's turn this into a function. I don't know. Should I call it to index or something like that? So basically, what it's going to be is we're going to have an x. Oh, I can actually use a chord for this. Let's do a chord. Oh, I'm so used to C. You don't write it like this. You say chord is chord. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is, oh shit, yeah, one more thing is that we have this width and height is not a global variable. So should we actually have this as global? Well, it's const anyway, so let's put it outside for now. Whoops. Okay, it doesn't work. Failed to format because I have a bug, because you need a return here. So this is going to be, I'm going to return in U32, and so what we're going to do here is I'm going to turn this, yeah, and I'm going to int cast as well, because these are I32s. So basically, I'm going to return a chord, let's call it a pos instead. So that's going to be a position x. We have the width. We have the width with not using the height. But there you go. Okay, so this is int casting a I32 to U32. So what we can do now is, instead of having this whole thing, I can just say to index player pos. Okay, and that should be great, because we're going to reuse that for tiles as well, which is nice. So it's nice to have that as a function. Okay, so hopefully that works. Let's see. And then we can commit that as well. There it is. There it is. I can move around. Everything looks the same as before. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so player, what am I gonna do now? Yeah, let's commit actually. Okay, player struct chord and player structs. That's the first thing, and to index function, which is less important but still cool to mention. Okay, that's one thing. Is everything good? Yes, everything seems good. Okay, let's go to the to-do. And let's see, turn player into struct, done. Tiles, yes. So right now I don't have any tiles. It's just this dots, which are like, you can walk around on here. But yeah, let's actually turn that into a new struct, and I'm gonna call it a tile, which is going to be a struct, and it's going to have a position, and it's going to have some kind of a tile type. So it can be air, it can be a wall. We're going to make that into an enum of tile type. Let's do it like this, and very similar to how structs, you have these enums, and they're also defined in a similar fashion in Zig. We're going to do what? Air is going to be the default one, and let's do a wall for the beginning. Okay. So, and for a tile coordinate, we're going to have to define it, I guess, explicitly. For tile type, let's call it tile type, and it's going to be of tile type. And it's gonna be, default is gonna be air, and in Zig you can use a dot to like assume the type. So yeah, this is so that we don't have to explicitly signify it. Signified. Okay, yeah. So for all the tiles, let's turn the world into the world is actually going to be instead of the screen, let's say world. And the world is going to be an array of tiles instead. And I'm going to initialize with with an empty tile. How do I do this? How do I create an empty one? I guess like this. And then I can do just extend it for the infinite. The problem is that it requires, I think the tile, you cannot just define it like this. You need to explicitly assign the position. So here is what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna do explicitly to 0, okay? Like this, so it doesn't complain about not being explicit. But now that I have this, hello CX links. It did actually create an autofix. Okay, and now I'm gonna actually go through the whole world. But let's do a for, okay, world, and it's gonna be 0 to world len. Does that work? And it's gonna be world, it's gonna be tile, and I'm gonna use an index. But here's the thing, the tile needs to be mutable. So I'm gonna use a pointer to the tile. And now what I can do is I can set the position, right? I should be able to do that. Position X is, well, now I need to figure out what's the position. So I need to divide, but I don't think it's actually going to work. I don't think division works. Is there a mod by width? Does this work? Plus, okay, so how do we figure out the other way? How do I convert to chord? Okay, let's do another function, right? And to chord from index. So U32 index, let's just do I, and it's gonna return a coordinate. So what this is going to be is it's gonna convert from coordinate, right? We need to divide by width to find out the y. It's gonna be it's gonna be a new coordinate where x equals something and y equals I by width. Okay, let me think about this. Let's see. Whoa, doesn't allow me. I don't know what is going on with this expected after. Oh, of course, I'm thinking in C. It should be like that. Okay. So yeah, is this correct? Of course, it's not correct. And why does it format? Okay, it's just the format doesn't exist. Okay, so the x should be the mod of width, right? I think so. And y should be the division, but I'm not actually sure if that's how it works in Zig. So we're gonna check this. Okay, so instead of saying this, I'm gonna say tile position is to coordinate I. There we go. So does this work? No, it doesn't for some reason. Okay, it does work, and yeah, I think this is it. It's lagging. It's lagging behind. Okay, let's try to build, or what does it say? The local variable is never mutated. It definitely is mutated here. Is there going to be an error? Local variable is never mutated. World. It definitely is getting... Oh, I know what the problem is. I think you need to get a slice to the world. Instead of passing it as a world. What is the problem here? Expected type, found usize. Aha, okay, so this needs to be u32. Let's do an int cast to I, and there we go. That should be it. Aha, it complains. All right, it's actually a position. And something is wrong again. Division with u32 and i32. Sign integers must use div trunc, div floor, and div exact. There it is. This is what I was thinking. This needs to be converted to div something. Div trunc, div floor, div exact. I think it's actually div trunc, but it only matters, I think, if you go into negatives. Oh, I didn't put a comma here. So this should be a div floor divisions, rounds toward negative infinity. For unsigned integers, it is the same as numerator, denominator. Okay, yes. So I think it should be here. And this should be I, and this should be with. I think so. Oh, wait. Div floor. Oh, yeah, but what about a modulo? Does that work? Do I have consider using const? No, this is an old error. What is this? What does it say? Expected type i32 found u32. Okay, let's do an int cast. And then this one is also wrong because found u32. Okay, int cast again. Seems to be okay. All right, let's try to build. Started early today. Yes, I did. Okay, there we go. The game still works, but I'm not actually using the world. What I want to do actually is let me just output the entire world just to test. I'm gonna disable clearing the screen for a moment. Let's do a yeah, let me actually output this. So stood out print, and I'm gonna print this as chord something. Yeah, let's do like index chord, and this is gonna be x, y. And here we're gonna have the index and the tile pos x and tile pos y. Okay, I just want to make sure that my logic is flawless. What is going on here? Print. Oh, there shouldn't be a closing bracket here. And there should, of course, be a try. Let's get out of here. Aha. There we go. It works, except this is beautiful. This is kind of beautiful, except that I forgot to say new line. Okay. Let's do another run. By the way, let me try getting reveal in File Explorer. I'm gonna grab one of these build scripts from another thing. I have something here, zig down. Okay, let's steal it from zig down. So this VS Code thing, can I just copy it here? Are you sure you want to paste? Paste. You can have tasks, and these tasks we're gonna build automatically. Yeah, let me actually check the X and Y's. So we have all the coordinates here listed. Beautiful. Okay, so the first, oh, that should be 0, right? Okay, there it is, 0, coordinate 0, 0. Coordinate 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So there's 10 of them, right? No, how many of them do we have? How many of them do we have? Width is 30. Okay, so until the 30, yeah, until the 29th, it's 29 and y is 0, and then we go into 0 and y is 1. Good. And then all the way to 60, there it is, 0 and y is 2. Okay, so this is good. My logic for getting coordinate from index is good. And finally, we should have like 10th row, right, or 9th row with 29. Okay, this is the last coordinate. Okay, we don't need this anymore. We don't need to check. So I'm just gonna comment it out, and let's get back into here. Cool. So we can convert from world tiles to everything. But yeah, let me actually set up these tasks. What is this F reference trace? I completely forgot what I was doing there. One more thing that I should have is I should definitely add that thing, that dtarget, so that I can build a so that I can build libc. That's one thing. Okay, group build, silent, zig, problem matcher, zig run, zig test. Okay, let's see if it works. So if I do Control-Shift-B, I think, yeah, it is building. Okay, and there it is. It has actually created a new process. There it is. Okay, so yeah, much easier for me to test it like this. There we go. And I can just get out of it. Perfect. Oh, and it did actually, wait. Did it just crash or something? Interesting. Why do I have to go onto it? If I kill it... Okay, it has done. So, oh, I'm not supposed to do Q 2 times. Interesting. Okay, funny. Okay, so if I do this, it should focus. It should focus on it, on the game. So do Q only once so that it stops. Okay, and there it is, completed. Task completed. Okay, so cool. What this means is, okay, let's move on to the next thing. Let's add these tasks, and I'm gonna say I added a tile, added a tile struct, and tasks for building. There it is. Okay, so what is the next thing to do? Tiles done. Rooms and walls. Okay, and of course, I haven't actually done it because I'm not outputting the exact tile thing. So yeah, I am printing this, but I'm not printing out the screen itself. So I actually need to populate the screen with my world first, which I completely forgot to do. Well, should I do that before the loop, or we'll just call it loop because that's the main loop. Yeah, I am supposed to populate the world. So let's just go with for each world. Oh, here's a cool thing about so Zig has introduced a new thing in the latest version, which is 0.11, I think, which is multi-object loops. So you can actually loop on multiple objects. at the same time. So I can pass in a world and I can pass in the screen as well. So this is going to loop through a tile and it's going to and a pixel. And so what we can do is we can set the pixel to be like tile. Let's do like yeah, I do need to have the pixel needs to be a mutable, of course, and the world is immutable. So to be able to set the pixel, but I do need to set it like this, I think. Tile dot what? Tile dot tile type. Yeah, I need to check the tile type. So if tile type is, does it have ternary operators or not? I think you need to do an if else or something. If tile type is air dot air, then I'm going to return this, else I'm going to return a wall. Yeah, but we should actually use a switch. That's what we should do instead of if, instead of the ternary if. But yeah, let's see if this works. Oh, I am setting the shit. Yes, I did forget that I need to paint the world first. So I'm setting everything to 0. And then, well, here's the thing. I don't actually need to memset anymore now, because I'm going to set the world. I'm going to copy the world to the screen anyway. Yeah, and then I need to set the player position. So yeah, let's see if this works. Let's see if this works. Yeah, of course, I need to do this build. And why doesn't it focus? I wish it would. Maybe I should kill this one. Let's kill that one. Okay, so there we go. We have, I guess it works, since there's no difference. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me actually set the world to some tile of the world to the wall. So world dot, yeah, let's actually set the to index. I'm gonna take the first, let's take the 5th and 5th or something like that. Okay, this is a bit annoying to have to write 5, 5. To index x, yeah, let's add another function. And since Zig doesn't have function overloading, you do have to do it like this, x, y. And so this is going to be x and y. And yeah, we're going to do this instead, y and x. So just so that I have some consistency here. Okay, so yeah, it's now, and now I can just write it like this. World to index that, wait, no, this, okay, to index, this is gonna be, yeah, I'm actually gonna change the type, tile type, to dot wall. Okay, so let's see if that's gonna actually change the, what is going on here? Expected 1 arguments. Oh, to index xy, of course. There we go. Building, and there we go. We have a wall. We have a piece of the wall, except that you can just go over. But there we go. We have something in the world which is being painted. Nice, nice. Okay, so let's add yeah, let's add some more walls, and then we're gonna do wall collisions. Let's do that. Let's hide. Okay. And for the beginning, let's say that this is now painting the world. Let's see, what is the next thing? Rooms and walls. Well, we can say that we have walls, we don't have rooms though. But yeah, I'm gonna tackle colliding with walls as well. Let's see. Drawing. Yeah. Screen. World now drawn on screen. Yeah, that is what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's make a little straight wall, just so that I can test out my collision logic. So I'm setting this to wall, right? But let's do a little for loop of what should I do? I should do a 0 to, let's do a 0 to 6, and we're gonna do a world to index xy, and this is gonna be, let's do like 4 plus I, and y is gonna be at 6. Let's do something like that. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna do the wall. Okay, so we're gonna have some walls. And let's, what's the problem here? I can't even, what is going on here? U size. U size cannot be, what? You cannot do arithmetic with a U size? Oh no. Oh no, you need to int cast this as well. Yes, you do. Okay. Okay, let's do a build. And let's see if we're drawing the wall. There it is. Okay, we have a little wall over here. Let's actually move it somewhere later. Let's put it to 1 plus 10 or something, so that it's not at the middle. Let's do another build. Terminate task. Yeah, okay, that's not it. Is it not showing up because it's silent? I wonder. Like, what does the silent do? Reveal. Reveal silent. Yeah, let me actually remove the reveal silent thing. Maybe then it's gonna automatically reveal. Okay, but anyway, we have a wall, and yeah, right now we can just walk over walls. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. So yeah, let's not walk over walls, okay? Let me commit this. Added a little wall. So collisions. Let's do collisions. So when I'm moving the player, right, what I'm doing now is I'm directly setting a player plus x minus plus minus plus, right? But here is what would be cool. It would be cool to actually move this to a function. And unfortunately, Zig doesn't have lambdas, so I can't just say to move or something. I would need to have a function that's going to take in everything. So move up. Yeah, I don't, wait, what is the logic going to be, right? I have to actually check for each of these. Oh, this is how I'm going to do. I have an idea. I'm going to say that desired move, okay, and that's going to be a coordinate that's going to be just empty. Can we do an empty coordinate? You know, let's assume that this is 0, so that I don't have to initialize it every time. Okay, so yeah. And by the way, is it nicer to write it like this, or like this? I actually do a bit prefer this than setting the type. But yeah, I guess it's it's up to you. Or maybe one more thing that I can do is I can get a 0 or something. I can copy the 0. I could say const 0 is chord that is empty, right? That's another thing that you can do like this. So then I can just return a copy. Yeah, maybe that's a better way to do it, so that you don't accidentally just put it to 0. Okay, so instead of that, I'm just going to say this equals 0. And now I'm sure that this is initialized to 0 and y. So now what I can do, instead of setting the player position, I can say desired move, desired move, desired move, desired move. Okay, but I'm not going to say equals. I'm going to say is minus, is plus 1. Oh, it doesn't have plus. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then I prefer first myself, slightly less characters. You mean this form, the way I wrote instead of yeah. Anyway, yeah, and so now that we have the desired move, we can say that, okay, we can say, yeah, we can check the next one, and I can say, well, I'm absolutely sure that there's going to be some desired moves, right? Because that's the only thing I have right now. I can say if desired move, nah, let's not do this. I'm going to just say, yeah, I'm just going to check if the next one is the wall. So, yeah, wait. I need to check desired move. Desired move, yeah, basically I need to add these together. So, desired move is, yeah, this is only the direction, right? Well, I need like a wants to move to. Okay, target chord, let's say that. Okay, wants to move to. That is actually player. Well, it is going to be a chord, and x is going to be interesting. So if you say x, I don't have to type in equals. It's going to be player dot position dot x plus desired move x, and y is going to be player plus y plus desired move y. Okay, and this actually could be const, because I'm not going to change it. And yeah, and basically what we need to do is we need to read the world, right? And I need to say to coordinate, no, not to coordinate, to index, and I'm going to pass in target coordinate, and I'm just going to say if tile type is wall, okay, if target type is wall, then do nothing. Or I should actually say if it is air. If it is air, then move. So this is going to be the player position x is target chord. Oh, well, actually, position is target position. There we go. Okay, and then it's going to repaint everything, right? So hopefully that is it. So if there's a wall where we want to go, just don't do anything. Don't move, which is this, right? Else don't move. So let's see. Does this work? Does my logic work? What is going on? Okay. It's waiting for this to finish, I think. Okay, we have to build again. It might be a little simpler to set desired move as player than increment in a switch. Yeah, I thought about this as well. I'm thinking of, do I need the direction? Or maybe I do need the direction for something else. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this because I might need it. Okay, so let's see. There it is. I can't move. Up, right, down. Doesn't work. Okay, can't move through the walls. Nice. Perfect. There we go. Okay, we got that done. That's pretty cool. We have collisions already. They say physics is hard, but there you go. Physics. I have physics in my game now. Okay, rooms and walls. Well, I don't have rooms, but I do have walls. Let's just say this walls and colliding with walls. Done. 2D scrolling world. I'm not going to do that today. What else should I do? What else should I do today? Desired move. Maybe I can put some other entities as well. I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking if, okay, to the scrolling world. Yeah, rooms. Let's make some rooms, actually. So by rooms, what I mean is it's just going to be a thing that's going to make it easier for me to sort of create some interesting things in the world. Well, I'm thinking, should I do a dungeon crawler or should I do a yeah, let's start with a dungeon crawler because it's more easy. So basically what a room is, it's just a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle that starts from a position to, okay, but yeah, basically it could even be a function. I can just say place room, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna provide a world, and that's gonna be a pointer to, no, wait a minute. Should be like this, right? And I'm gonna do a start. Well, maybe I shouldn't do coordinates. Let's just do x, y, w, h, which is, of course, start and width and height. Okay, and that's gonna return a void. So we're gonna have a world, and oh, I should actually give a, no, I should do a slice of the world. Should I do a slice or a pointer? Because world is just, a world is an array. A world is an array. Yeah, A world is not, this is not a type. Yeah, instead I should actually provide a slice of tiles. How do we do that? A slice of tiles? Like this? No. It should be this, right? That's the slice of tiles. But it should be mutable as well. Found expression. How do you actually define a slice of some things? Okay, I have to refresh my knowledge. Zig slice. How do you pass a slice into a function? Oh my god, so bright. Slices, arrays, a slice. Oh. Okay, but what's the type? Oh, the type is sorry, the type is before. What am I talking? Yeah, there it is. Of course, that makes sense. So now what I can do is I can get, yeah, I can actually do a for and do the, yeah, let's just do from, can I do an x to, no, let's do a 0 to width. And that's going to be a I. No, that's going to be X. And we're going to have another loop, which is going to be 0 to H. And we're going to place world to index. Whoops, what is going on? X and Y. Well, this is actually going to be my other X and Y. X index, let's call it like that. So X index, Y index, and that's going to be X plus and Y plus. And for this one, we're going to just make the tile type be air. And that should be it. Right? Hopefully. Place room. Okay, let's try this. So instead of making everything an air, as I did here, a tile, an empty tile, I'm actually going to turn everything into a tile type is going to be wall. Okay. So the default tile type is going to be a wall. Instead. And now, yeah, here I'm actually putting coordinates, that's fine, but I'm actually going to do a room, place room. I'm going to provide a world, a slice to the world. And yeah, let's do, where is my player? My player is at 3, 3. So let's do, that's starting from 2, 2, and I'm going to make it size 6 by 6 or something like that. Okay, so hopefully this will be the enough space for my character to move. Let's see. Building. Error. What does it say? Expected type again. Again, there are problems with this expected found I32. Yeah, let's do an int cast. Can I do an int cast here inside a range? Int cast like this. Does that work? Aha, there are some problems. Oh, this is also, goddamn. It becomes very hard to read this with all the int casts. Aha, it doesn't know what to cast to. Oh, sorry for this sound. Okay. Sorry about that. Int cast, yeah, it needs to be a gnome type. Now I'm thinking about turning everything into a. Okay, yeah, this is annoying that you have to int cast everything. Because these are i32s. This takes an i32, and this is not. Okay, let's do a int cast outside. So see i32 like this as. No, what I don't have to say as if I provide it like here. Int cast, and I'm gonna say xi. Okay, well, this is slightly weird, but okay, something like that. Xi, and then xi32, and I'm gonna pass this yi32. Okay, does this work? It should. It should work. There's probably going to be some kind of a mismatch again. I feel it. No, there it is. Okay, we have our dungeon with a room. Nice. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Okay, there we go. We have one room and there's a pillar in the middle. Okay, let's add a few more rooms. So we have, what is this? Yeah, it starts at 3. Let's put it somewhere here. Let's make another room. Let's make another room. I'm gonna place a room at 2, 2 again, but it's gonna be 10, 2. Okay, so there's gonna be an adjacent room. In pursuit of explicitness, Zig became rather ugly sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot. I always get triggered by the syntax. Yeah. Okay, oh, there's a wall here. So we have this, but we need some... we need a tunnel. We need to punch some holes here. So let's place another room. We can place actually a... we can place a room that is somewhere in the middle, and it has, yeah, let's do like a width of 5 and 1. Okay, so hopefully this will punch a hole through it. Oh yeah, already running. Restart. Doesn't do anything. Okay, there it is. We have a tunnel. Cool. We can move around. We can move around. Can you actually see this? Yeah, I need to resize the whole thing. That's nice. I like the font rendering. It's better than most games today. It's more crisp than most games today. Yeah. So there we go. Let's get it back to the old size. Yeah, we made 2 rooms, and we do still have this wall, which yeah, this is the old wall, which I can remove so that we can access the whole thing. Let me actually extend this room, the second room, to make the width a lot bigger. Let's do a 12. Let's make it, you know, just like... Okay, so now what I can do is I can add a door in between. That would be cool. That would be cool to add. Let's see how it looks like now. Okay, there we go. We have a character walking around in a bigger room. Cool, not bad. Not bad. There's still this pillar in the middle, which is okay, which is fine. Okay. Let's now add some items. Let me punch this, and I'm gonna say rooms, just rooms. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, let's add some items. And what are these items gonna be? Well, here is one thing where I can actually use a cool Zig feature. And a cool Zig feature is tagged unions. And yeah, one thing that I like is, yeah, we have a player, we have tiles. Okay, let's put this, let's call this an item, and this is gonna be a tagged union. But I don't know what, I forgot. I forgot how you use union. Oh, union tagged. There is actually a way to do it, I see. This is gonna be an item. And it's a union of an enum of, what is the enum? The enum is going to be, okay, I have to remember how to do this. Zig tagged unions. For example, what I want to do, tagged unions, tagged unions. So what are tagged unions exactly? Tagged unions are basically typed. Yeah, they're basically unions which can switch on a type. That's so it's like a form of doing polymorphism without allocating stuff on the heap. You just do everything on the stack. By the way, everything that I did so far is completely on the stack. There's no heap at all in this game. And I'm actually going to try to use the stack only because I don't need any assets really. Union enum works fine. It infers the tag type. Yes. It infers the tag type. Oh, really? That just works? I didn't know. Union enum. I don't actually know if I use the union. I use the tagged union. Okay, there it is. Unions can have methods just like, okay, unions can maybe to infer the enum tag type. There it is with the union enum. Cool. Okay, so basically an item could be for example, a key. So if I have a key, struct, and I don't know, the key could open some door, I don't know. There could be, let's say type, key type, well, key type, and it's gonna be, let's do a U8 just to confuse everybody, including me. So I have to check if this key, yeah, item. Okay, so let's say that this is it can be a key, right? Which means that it's going to infer the type of the key. But it could be a door as well. So I could have a door which can be opened by the key type, which is another U8 here. So an item could be either a key or a door, right? So it's like you have these, it's basically as if item is an abstract class, so to speak, that can inherit that the door and the key implements, except that in Zig, this is how you can do it. Yeah, so let's try to add items as part of tiles. So if I say here item, oh, and you know what? I am actually going to need to have an empty one as well. Can you do a void as well? empty. I'm just gonna call it empty, and it's gonna be a type void. Is that even possible? So that this is gonna be a default, and empty. And if I do an item here, well, wait a minute. Item. So that means that there can only be one item per tile, right? And if there is an item, which is by default going to be empty, like this. Can I do that? Can I initialize to empty? Hopefully. Okay, let's actually try to build. Void isn't necessary. Oh, you can just say empty without a void, but it still works. It still works. Okay. So yeah, there we have done nothing. So you can just say empty without anything. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. That's good. Dot empty also works. Item is, oh, you can just say dot empty like this without the additional brackets. Interesting. Cool. Okay, so let's actually place a key. And here is a thing. Here is the thing I can do. Placing a room. This is going to be this wall, the pillar that I have. And then what I can do as well is I can place a key somewhere. And I'm going to place it on let's put it in the corner, in the bottom corner, which is like 2, 8, something like this. I think so. And this is going to be an item. And we're going to make a key. Well, how does this work now? How do I set a key to equals? Equals key equals. Okay, wait. Do I do it like this? No. How do we initialize? It is an item, right? So, okay, maybe I need to do it like this. Key equals key type, and I'm gonna do, yeah, I don't know, key type is 1. Something like that. And then close the brackets as well. Dot key equals, okay, so also, yeah, I can infer that. I should be able to, right? Yeah. It is a little bit confusing, the syntax, but I get it because I have to access underlying types. Okay, so now what I can do is when I'm rendering stuff, all the dots, yeah, too many dots. When I'm rendering stuff, I can show a key. So what is a traditional symbol for a key in roguelikes? I actually have no idea. What is a good character? Q. It does look like a key. F looks like a key actually. So let's do it. Let's do an F. And a door is D. I don't know. So yeah, if world is air. No, wait. Where am I actually drawing? I'm drawing here. So for each of the worlds, let me just say drawing here. So for each, but if tile type, tile item, can I actually capture it like this? Is that gonna work? Unused capture. Yeah, I think I can. So if type of, so I need to check what is the type of. How do I do that? Oh, you have to switch on the type. Okay, so switch. well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna just switch into type like this. So if the item is key, right? Is that how it works? Tag type. Okay. If it is a key, then I do what? Then I'm gonna paint the pixel as F. Else do nothing. How do you say else do nothing? Else nothing. Else continue. You can capture like that in a switch. Yeah, I did. Is there a better way to write this instead of else continue? I don't know, but let's try this. Let's try if it works. And by the way, I have like 10 more minutes. Aha, else void. Okay, there it is. Do we have a key? I don't see a key anywhere. F? There's no F. Okay, there's something wrong. What am I getting? What am I getting wrong here? Did I place a key to a valid position? Place room, key type. I did set a key. Oh, you know what? Okay, I am overriding the item, so it is going to be a different type. Let's do a 2-2, just to make sure that this pixel works. I think it was still building. Oh, was it building? Yeah, okay, this is confusing. This build is confusing. Ah, there it is. There it is. You can, there it is. Cool. Okay, it works. So we have a key, and we should pick up this key. We should be able to pick it up, I don't know, with space or something like that. And then we have a door that we can unlock, for example. But I don't have much time to do that. So let's just add a door as well. And I'm going to add it. You know what? You know what? This is what I'm... I need to help. I need a help writing this down. So why is there this print line? I think it's not completely not needed. But drawing, yeah, so here I draw everything. No, wait, this is not drawing. This is actually setting. And then this is the outputting. So after I output everything, oh, it's flushing. Here is the flushing. So why am I printing over here? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, so yeah, after I do this, let's just output a coordinate of the player. That's what I want to do. And let's just do a player x, y. Let's not do that. Let's just do, yeah, let's just do this. And I'm gonna have some kind of, no, let's just do that. Player dot, yeah, and I need, of course, a tuple. And this is going to be player dot position dot x and player dot position dot y. And of course, this is stood out print, and that's going to be a try. No, it didn't exit. Okay, now that I have, oh, it's over here. Okay, it's not underneath, so let me just add a new line. Let's add 2 new lines. Okay, so now I know where the player is. So the door should be, let's put the door here at 9, 5. Okay, let's do the door at 9, 5. 9, 5, 9, 5, 9, 5, 9, 5, 9, 5. There it is. To index 9, 5. Item is going to be door, and it's going to be opened by key type of 1 as well. Okay. And here's the thing, I need to draw the door as well, which I completely forgot about. Okay, yes, so if we have the door, then pixel is going to be capital D, I guess. All right, pixel. And here's the thing, let's also block. Let's block the movement. So I need to see, is it air, and or, oh, this should be or. In Zig, you write it like this, to index target chord. You know what? Let's just put this in a separate const I, like this, to index. So world, you know what? I can actually get a tile. Yeah, let's get a reference to the tile. So the tile is going to be target tile is world to index, actually this, world to index target coordinate, and I'm going to grab a, wait a minute, this is, that should be like this. Okay. Yeah. And this is a const reference. I hope so. I hope it is. Okay, so what we can do is, instead of writing all this, I can just say now target tile and check if it is air, or if target tile dot item is, can I do this, is door how do I do that? How do I ask for a door? Autofix. Okay, yeah, I don't need this. Okay, yes, it looks like it works. Okay, so if it is air or is not door, of course, then block. Okay, let's build, and that's going to be it for today because I have to go. I might come back tonight for another short stream. So let's see if this works. Going, oh, it still passes through the door. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, and oh my god, it now passes through walls as well. Okay, my logic is completely wrong. My logic sucks. Target coordinates. Oh yeah, of course. This should be ands, because this is which one I can move through, not which one should block. I'm stupid. Okay, let's kill this. Let's rerun. Yeah, terminate task. Rerun. Gotta run. Catch you later. Yeah, I gotta run as well. And here we go, and it's blocking, and the door is blocking as well. Cool. Okay, let's come back later, and I'm gonna implement some unlocking of the door, picking up items, and we're gonna add some info to the bottom saying which items I got picked up and stuff like that. So yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, well, that's it for this stream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I got some rooms. I don't have 2D scrolling world, but I did have items as a tagged union. Inventory, oh, definitely something that I want to do for the next stream. So yeah, next time, let's postpone the 2D scrolling world for later. I don't really need it. But yeah, let's do an inventory and picking up items, unlocking doors, well, keys and doors. Yes, but I do have to do unlocking doors with keys. But I definitely need an inventory first. So there you go. Yeah, thanks for joining. See you on a next stream. Bye.